Hey there, history buffs and trivia fans. Are you ready to dive into a fascinating tale that combines the thrill of competition with the grandeur of world history? Did you know that in 2007, a big global competition took place? It wasn't just any competition. It was a monumental event that captured the imagination of millions around the globe. It was a popularity contest for the ages. No, not for boy bands or the latest dance craze. This was something far more significant, something that would leave a lasting mark on history. This was about something much grander, the new 7 wonders of the world. Imagine the excitement and anticipation as people rallied behind their favorite landmarks. Over 100 million votes were cast online and through text messages. Talk about global engagement. People from every corner of the earth participated, making their voices heard in this historic event. People from all corners of the world wanted their favorite landmark to win. It was a true testament to the power of collective enthusiasm and the love for cultural heritage. And guess what? Our beloved Christ the Redeemer, perched high above Rio de Janeiro, snagged a coveted spot. This iconic statue, with its outstretched arms, became a symbol of hope and unity. But here's a funny thought. Can you imagine Christ the Redeemer getting nervous about the competition? Picture him anxiously glancing at the Great Wall of China, wondering if he would make the cut. I picture him saying, "Oh dear, I hope I win. What if the Great Wall gets more votes?" That would be terribly awkward. The idea of these majestic landmarks competing for votes adds a whimsical touch to the story. Of course, he had nothing to worry about. The people had spoken, and Christ the Redeemer emerged victorious, much to the delight of his supporters. Now, let's dive into the story of this iconic statue and why it continues to inspire awe and wonder. From its construction to its enduring legacy, Christ the Redeemer stands as a testament to human creativity and faith. So, join us as we explore the rich history, cultural significance, and the incredible journey of Christ the Redeemer. It's a story that transcends time and continues to captivate hearts around the world. Picture this: Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Sun, sand, samba, and a really big statue. That's right, folks. No trip to Rio is complete without meeting the star of the show, Christ the Redeemer. Standing arms wide open atop Corcovado Mountain, this statue is hard to miss. It's like Rio's friendly neighborhood giant, watching over the city and probably enjoying the best views in town. No complaints about noisy neighbors up there. Now, this isn't just any statue. It's a symbol of Rio, of Brazil, of hope, and even of faith for many. Think of it as the ultimate selfie backdrop with a side of spiritual significance. But have you ever wondered how this magnificent monument came to be? Let's just say it wasn't all sunshine and samba parades during its construction. Building a giant statue on top of a mountain? It sounds like something out of a fairy tale or a grand myth. But this was a real-life challenge that a group of determined individuals decided to take on. That's not a walk in the park, even for experienced engineers. The sheer scale of the project was enough to make even the most seasoned professionals pause and reconsider. Constructing Christ the Redeemer was a massive undertaking, full of challenges that would make even the most optimistic foreman scratch his head. From the very beginning, the project was fraught with difficulties that required innovative solutions and a lot of perseverance. First, there was the issue of money. Funding such an ambitious project was no small feat. Let's be real, building something this epic doesn't come cheap. The financial aspect was a constant concern, and securing enough funds was a monumental task in itself. Funding was tight, and the project relied heavily on donations. The community had to come together, pooling their resources to make this dream a reality. Imagine passing a hat around for a statue that big. It took a lot of faith and generosity from countless individuals to gather the necessary funds. Then there were the technical hurdles. The engineering challenges were immense, requiring cutting-edge techniques and a lot of ingenuity. Getting all the materials up the mountain was a logistical nightmare. Transporting heavy and bulky materials to such a remote and elevated location was a feat of its own. It was like a really intense game of extreme construction Jenga. Every piece had to be carefully planned and executed to ensure the stability and safety of the structure. And let's not forget the skeptics. There were plenty of naysayers who doubted the feasibility of the project. Some people thought the whole idea was a bit far-fetched. They couldn't imagine how such a colossal statue could be built on top of a mountain. A giant statue? On that mountain? Good luck with that. The skepticism was palpable, and it added another layer of difficulty to the already challenging project. But despite the obstacles, the dream began to take shape, proving that with enough determination, and maybe a little divine intervention, anything is possible. The construction of Christ the Redeemer stands as a testament to human ingenuity, faith, and the power of collective effort. It reminds us that no dream is too big if we are willing to work together and overcome the challenges that come our way. Our story begins in the 1920s, a time when Brazil was undergoing major changes. It was like the country was going through a bit of an identity crisis, searching for a symbol to unite its people. Enter a group of ambitious Brazilians with a grand vision, a colossal statue of Jesus Christ, arms outstretched as if embracing the entire city. Talk about making a statement. They envisioned a symbol of peace, hope, and faith, something that would represent the soul of Brazil. They called upon the talents of sculptor Paul Landowski and engineer Heitor da Silva Costa to bring their vision to life. Little did they know, their creation would become a global icon, inspiring millions with its beauty and message of hope. After years of blood, sweat, and probably a few tears, and maybe some spilled coffee, the big day finally arrived. The inauguration of Christ the Redeemer on October 12, 1931. This day marked the culmination of a dream that began in the early 1920s, a vision to create a monumental statue that would symbolize peace and embrace all who looked upon it. It was a moment that would forever be etched in Brazilian history. The statue, standing at an impressive 98 feet tall, with its arms outstretched to 92 feet, was a marvel of engineering and artistry. Imagine the scene. Thousands of people gathered at the foot of Corcovado Mountain, their eyes fixed on the summit. The air was thick with excitement and a sense of collective pride. The atmosphere was electric with anticipation. People from all walks of life, from dignitaries to everyday citizens, had come together to witness this historic event. And then, as if on cue, the spotlights hit the statue, illuminating it against the darkening sky. The statue seemed to come alive, its presence commanding and serene. The crowd erupted in cheers. It was a moment of pure joy and celebration, a shared experience that transcended individual differences. It was a collective gasp of awe and wonder. The sheer scale and beauty of the statue left everyone breathless. People were moved to tears by the sheer majesty of it all. The statue stood as a testament to human ingenuity and the power of faith. It was as if the statue were saying, "Here I am, world. What took you so long?" The Christ the Redeemer statue was not just a religious symbol, but a beacon of hope and unity for all. This wasn't just the unveiling of a statue, it was the unveiling of a national treasure, a symbol of hope for a nation yearning for unity and inspiration. The Christ the Redeemer statue has since become an iconic symbol of Brazil, representing the warmth and hospitality of its people and standing as a guardian over the city of Rio de Janeiro. Christ the Redeemer isn't just a pretty face, or rather, a pretty face carved from soapstone and concrete. It's a symbol that resonates with people from all walks of life, regardless of their religious beliefs. For some, it's a reminder of their faith and the teachings of Jesus Christ. For others, it's a symbol of hope, peace, and the resilience of the human spirit. And for many, it's simply a breathtaking work of art that never fails to inspire awe and wonder. Standing tall above the hustle and bustle of Rio, Christ the Redeemer seems to say, "Take a moment, breathe." There's more to life than just the everyday grind. It's a reminder that even in a world that can sometimes feel chaotic and overwhelming, there's always beauty, hope, and a reason to look up in wonder. So there you have it, the story of Christ the Redeemer, a statue that's become a global icon, inspiring millions with its message of hope and its sheer, breathtaking scale. But what about you? What landmarks hold a special place in your heart? What is it about them that captures your imagination? Is it the history they represent, the stories they tell, or simply their ability to take your breath away? Whatever it may be, I encourage you to explore the world, discover its hidden gems, and share your own stories of wonder and inspiration. After all, the world is a pretty amazing place, just waiting to be explored.